Hello. This is the weirdest intro. I had to retake at least two or three, four times. I was trying to record my voice with the camera. Anyhow, how's everyone doing? It's been a great Comic Con, even though I stayed 2 days and then I had to turn into a business ROM, corporate ROM, doing this for the corporation. But I had to go to a friend's wedding, so suit and tie, everything. A lot of people saw the pics. Thank you for the comments, and I'd like to thank people who passed by the booth. I will try to name everyone. First and foremost, Next Genesis Comics. You guys rock. The Ryans and Junior Castle. Always glad to speak to you guys, and this was a blast this year because you guys were right next to me. It was, or because we were in the same group, we were forming that row. We had this row of energy, and we just did it. Also found this great pin, great set of pin. I want to buy more and throw them at people, but there you goes. Just the ultimate motivation. So this entire 2 days I was there. The Ryans from Next Genesis Comic, along with Junior, we were all just getting the motivation of just do it, and it was just a lot of hype, a lot of energy, a lot of motivation. So that I like. That was really cool. I would love to partner up with that same group, if anything, and I'd be down to do that next year as well. Next Comic Con, I am completely down with that because the energy that they've brought to the entire area, the combined energy, the big batch of energy that they brought, and my batch of energy, we combined that energy and we just did it. So that was a lot of fun. This was one of the best placements I've had in years when it come to Comic Con because last time I had to deal with the Daleks and that was quite annoying in a sense. Um, Aside from that, met up with many friends. Pablo, who plays a lot of Smash, even though I left, but met up with Pablo. He's still working on his 3D animation and his drawing, so that is epic. Kay came up. Kay just popped in and said, "You okay? How's it going? You'd better draw." And he's like, "Yeah." He's back to drawing. Met up with Mariska. Thanks a lot, Mariska. I had to draw. Did a portrait and caricature of your stepdad, and I still want to do better. I always want to do better. I'm slowly learning some more moves, so that was epic. Thanks again, Mariska. Uh, Met up with the crew from Dawson, the Dawson crew I used to hang out with. So that's you, Bobby. Came in, Anna Lou came in, met up with the crew, and it's like, yo, it's like a yearly reunion, when you say hi, how's it going, and everything. Um, Also working, man, the double sword guy. I usually call him Crazy Wolf. Double sword guy, man. The fucking epic swords. I think I showed a picture on Instagram with the two badass sword and even the evil eye inside. That was one heck of a costume. So thanks again. I still need to send you something else aside from the sketch that you commissioned. I got to send you the concepts, and to another person as well. I sent some of the preliminary phases because they've commissioned me for digital sketch instead of traditional sketch, which kind of fits mostly because I wasn't going to be there Sunday. So, there was no way of me, well, technically I could have reached out to him in Montreal, but anyway, they saved the money on that. So, when it comes to digital sketch, I'm not as proficient with even the tablet PC compared to this great tool. And hell, let me pull out the 10B. Where are you? Oh man, this weapon of mass destruction. Maybe I can show you. No, it's not gonna zoom in. 10B pencil. Finally got them right before Comic Con. So that was like just oof, getting stuff ready. So when it came to those digital sketches, I usually did preliminary or a couple of attempts. I'll say attempts, and fuck it, I send it to these people because I kind of want to give more, seeing that I am not, depending on the subject, especially when it comes to full body, it's a tad bit more difficult for me when it comes to digital, the whole digital apparel. I hate the tablet, so I'm not using, or those Intuos. So I'm not that proficient with these yet. With the tablet PC, it kind of helps out. The only thing is size, always an issue. That's why I love drawing on this newsprint or 9 by 12. Like right now, I'm doing for Pablo. He's not gonna see it. He's not seeing it. No one's seeing it. I'm covering it, but 9 by 12 or even going up to 11 by 17. I think I'm gonna try to order another batch of animation paper and get some 12 by 19. Like, I love drawing on big surfaces, so that's the way I roll. And being constrained into a, let's say, letter size tablet PC, as good as the tablet PC is, it's still a size issue. So size and control. I'm slowly getting a couple more tricks when it comes to control. Instead of being able to use the side of the pencil, I instead used a brush, oil paint to do sketch on the tablet. So that kind of gives me a, somewhat of a similar feeling. Oh fuck, that's gonna fuck around with extra stage just 4, isn't it? But anyway, so sending that to these guys, um, back to the freelancing, because I have at least 4 or 5 stuff I'm freelancing with, and then extra stage disc 4, which I have 1 month to do, less than 1 month. Um, and that is, like I said to a lot of people, that is the Sonic 06 of the volumes, where style wise, it is the Sonic 06 of all my volumes, where I've worked on it through so many different gaps that you'll see one, let's say, style, another style like 5 or 10 page later, a third style 7 page later, and the end is just, I'm just trying to work with it and deal with it. Even though I do have my brand new scanner, I can't just redo the entire thing. Now it's just power through, go with it, and I'll see what I can do price wise or adding bonus stuff to it. It's going to be a bit nuts. Very, very nuts. And again, I'm gonna have to deal with it, learn from this. Of course, next volume is gonna be fucking traditional, because goddamn, I hate this all digital type of stuff. Never again. I've always said it. Now, speaking about other stuff that I would not do never again, or stuff that I would do never again, came up to a decision. I know I spoke to a lot of people during the convention, and actually, after the convention and after the wedding, kind of just sat down, like, okay, what's going on now? Every year, every convention, I am jaded as fuck when it comes to the game industry, when it comes to game testing, and when it comes to how the industry is acting in general while being on the inside. And eventually, I'm just like, you know what? I'm always fucking miserable. I despise the way big corporation works, especially when it comes to testing. Entry, I knew, like, ways in, like 2, 3 years ago, that now in the state of the industry, game testing is no longer that entry door towards production. And for even if I get another game testing job, it's still gonna be the same bloody damn thing. Like, unless I miraculously land on ADOS or Square or whatever, it's still gonna be the same damn thing. So, with these 4 things that I just keep going through year after year after year, you know what? Let's just chop those off. That 40 hour of game testing is just sucking up the time I could put in on freelancing projects. And every time I work on a freelancing project, even if I work on 4 at the same time, I always feel bad because I can't give the maximum quality I could if I took, like, if I had the time to give good quality stuff. After I've done the Disney's anthropomorphic style Disney character thing, where I took at least 2 or 3 hours chunk after work to work on these every night for like a week each and more, I kind of noticed that, okay, look, when it comes to drawing, when it comes to animating, when it comes to that, it all needs focus. Pushing YouTube aside is one thing, sticking to music only is another thing, pushing video games aside to a certain degree is another thing. Yet, I know I can get to another level if I have more time. Like I've seen I can get to another level if I have more time, and I see that I can learn a bit more of the technical aspect with more time by taking time. So I'm gonna take a fucking risk and go full freelancing. And then, well, peanut butter and jelly sandwich for the next couple of months. I don't care, as long as I'm able to get better at this and no longer stick on this let's say depressing spiral, this kind of shit cycle. That's a way to say it, shit cycle. But yeah, every time, like, it's good for, we have some good riff at convention at Otakuton and Comic-Con, but I don't want to stay stuck in this negative spiral. And if this job and this environment and this industry, let's say big studio type of industry, okay? So if all of this are a factor and me just being, not saying depressed, but somewhat depressed, angry, jaded is the best word for this, constantly, then fuck it. Just fuck it. I will make another vlog about recent experience without naming the place specifically, but there's just a certain amount of bullshit that I can personally take before just saying. It's kind of like an abusive relationship with your job where you're like, okay, maybe the next one's going to be better, and maybe the next one's going to be better, but the state of that job or the state of that industry is not getting better. So stop it. And that's the point I'm taking. So within the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna set it all up and just see ya. Big risk, but I'm at the point, I'm at that fuck it point where, like, it's like a crutch, and I just gotta let go of the crutch, and if I fall, I might as well just get back up and just do it. So no more game testing. Sick and tired of it. Unless it's that Studio Y or Z experience from the previous game testing vlog. Unless it's one of those experiences where it's maybe a brand new studio coming into the city and they're not bullshitting, they're up for improvement, they're up for quality, they're up for different aspects of production integration. Unless it's that, and I'm 100% sure, 500% sure, then yeah, maybe. But at this point, when it comes to game testing and some of the practices that are going in this industry, no, no, it's just no, it's a no-go. Anyway, there's going to be another vlog on that. Drawing and Talking could be happening this Friday. We might have another hangout. I will try to get a Q&A app to open up, because there doesn't seem to be any way to chat with you guys or to get some feedback. Really sorry for that. I'm learning. Trying to learn as much as I can. Aside from that, what's going to be coming up with the channel? Good question. That's a very good question. Two things. I've been playing some Mortal Kombat Online here and there. 30-minute bursts. There's some interesting stuff, so I'll try to condense it, copy and cut, do some editing, push it there. Two. Actually, maybe we could go up to 3 things, but 2. Comic-Con happened, so took some videos of many indie games, local indie game developers, and got some updates from other local indie game developers that I've covered. So I gotta find the time this week throughout this entire freelancing to just mash it together, or one at a time. And this is where I gotta ask you guys, do you want me to put them one at a time, because most of these videos are ranging from 2 to 3 minutes. They're very short. I had to keep it short. I only had 2 days at Comic-Con and I had to take care of my booth. So do you want a set of 2 to 3 minute video, let's say 5 of them in one episode, or do you want them all to be separate? It's a bit of a difficult issue, and why I'm asking is because I personally do not want to both, how do you say it? I don't want people to miss some of those names and some of those studios, which could happen if I bunch it all up and then put the information in the description. Some people may not read the description. Some people may not click the links, or some people may have forgot the name, yada yada yada. But at the same time, I don't want to flood you guys by setting one video or 2 videos a day, or 1 videos every day, you know? I kind of don't want to flood you with like 1 minute videos. I kind of feel like I'm cheaping you out in a sense. So I want your advice. I want your decision, and I kind of want to know what you think on that issue. Tell me what you want. Do you want a batch of videos, or a batch of 1 to 2 3 minutes videos, or do you want each of them separately for direct coverage? Anyway, you tell me, all right? And then the hidden third, I guess that's gonna stay undercover for a bit. Or, okay, fuck it. I have a lot of Ishin videos. You guys know I've been streaming Ishin 2 or 3 months back, and I still have most of these videos. I saved them. They're an hour or 2 videos, and recently a subscriber of mine found some unlisted video I exported from Twitch to do a mock video reference I, sent to people at work. So at that point, the person was interested, and with that interest, I started wondering, okay, well, why don't I try to edit these videos or just put them raw? And they're long. It's taken during streaming, so some of these videos may be an hour, 2 hour, or 3 hours. There could be a lot of downtime, so there's a chance I might just put them up and give Sega the big FU if they're gonna try to do some takedown notice. Because frankly, I know they need the money, but they need to do the work. Sonic Boom's not gonna cut it. So yeah, that's another possibility. You see, I'm already just fumbling through everything. Alright, I gotta get back to work. Pablo's drawing isn't gonna be done itself. And thanks again for your patience and support. I will, like I always say, I'm trying to balance things out, and getting out of QA is a big step. So we'll see what happens. Thanks again for the support. Keep your eyes on the Twitter or on the Instagram. You never know what could be popping up. Also, I gotta buy some more paper. Possibly some animation going on. Much later in the future, after Extra Stage. Thanks again, guys. See you later.